So, dudes. So, Dilly.
Hello.
So, what's been going on, man? How you doing?
Episode 48.
Episode 48. 48.
48.
Well, I'm Big Sheeps, welcoming you to another episode of the Sunday Sheepcast, brought to you by Sheep's Clothing. With me, as always, my counterpart, my life mate, Duster Dylan. Big
Hello.
old Dilly. Got a pretty special episode for you guys tonight. We tried to get the whole reunion shebango going, but we managed to scrape up a couple of members of Johnny Cage's A Fake, and I'm extremely stoked about tonight's interview. This is another one of those bands that I found on that amazing torrent, you know, and it's just what was it called? Music to Make You Dance or something like that. I downloaded this torrent when I was like fucking probably 19 or something, and literally it has molded my like subscription to metal since then. Like everything that I've ever found on that I still listen to, and it's fucking crazy. I think like the only thing that was on there that I didn't really like was like Devil Wears Prada, and I think no, I don't even think they were on there. I don't even know if they were banned yet. I think I'm thinking of Preschool Tea Party Massacre or whatever.
Yeah.
And that wasn't my cup of tea, but I know a lot of people who like that band still. It's strange to me. But,
no pun intended, huh?
Yeah. So what's been going on with you this week, Dylan?
Not too much, man. Just hanging out. We went to the arcade today, so that was pretty cool.
What arcade? Where's there an arcade at?
We went to Family Fun Center in Lakeland. So it was pretty cool.
Right on. Did you have some family fun?
Oh, all around. No, it was cool, man.
Yeah, I didn't have much happening this weekend. Just went and hung out at the bar. Oh yeah, I streamed the fight last night on the bar at the Kava bar, and it was. Did you watch it by any chance?
This morning when I woke up, there's no way I was gonna stay up that late last night.
All I have to say is I am so fucking happy I didn't pay for that shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just messaged Josh and I was like, "Yo, where can I watch that shit for free?" Because I knew that he would know, and I knew he'd be watching it. So he sent me a message and he showed me, and I figured it out, and I streamed it at the bar. And yeah, dude, I think that the call was pretty much shit because they're like, "Oh, he couldn't defend himself, but he was still blocking punches." And to be honest, that was like what at the first moment that that Mayweather fucking he actually connected like 4 or 5 hits. So they're like, "Oh, it's done. Like he didn't throw any, like maybe the round before that he started to spice up a little bit. But I don't know. I wanted McGregor to win, so I'm a little bit salty. But at the end of the day, he still made a lot of money, and I'm sure he doesn't give a fuck. But he even told the ref at the end, he's like, "Look, man, I could have kept going. Like, this was bullshit." But he's like, "Whatever. I just made like fucking $80 million or some crazy shit." So it's whatever. But yeah, that was about the only eventful thing that happened this weekend. Last week I started a new job. It's called Pup Socks. And if you go online and look up My Pup Socks, you will see what it is. And the business is you send a picture of your dog in, and then we Photoshop its head and print it onto a pair of socks, probably like 5 or 6 times on the front of the sock, 5 or 6 times on the back of the sock, and there's like a weird print of like dog bones and stuff behind it. But regardless of how weird and corny that sounds, the job is so awesome. Like, I'm chilling with dudes that actually listen to the same type of music as me. It's like 2 or 3. There's like 2 kids in there that listen to good music, and there's a younger kid in there, and then my boss is like he's barely ever around, but it's basically like a screen printing shop ran by millennials. So you can imagine what that is. It's got a very Facebook vibe to it, where it feels like no one's really doing anything, but we actually get everything accomplished. So it's pretty cool. I'm definitely happy with it. So see how long this one lasts. I had to leave a job where I literally did nothing, so I mean, I don't want to say that I'm not going to lose this one, but we'll see how it goes. I actually did the math, and in the last year, I've had 8 different jobs. Since the course of this podcast, I've had 8 jobs.
That's crazy.
That's insane. And there was like a long period where I wasn't working at all, so...
It's like 6 months.
No, it was way longer than that, dude. It was from last October to like last month.
Wow.
It was like almost a year, dude. Which, that's crazy. That means I've had 7 jobs in the span of like 6 months. But it's alright. So yeah, next week we did have a big surprise for everybody, and I'm pretty sure that it fell through. So we're looking to book next week, but then after that we have a few other shows booked already, and they're gonna be really fucking good ones. Like the end of this month and to the end of next month actually is gonna be really fucking awesome, and you guys aren't gonna want to miss it. I can't give too much away because we like to do those the guests kind of shit on the page. And if you notice, I haven't been posting a lot of events in our event page because we're trying to keep it a secret, which probably isn't the best idea for promotion, but at the same time, I'm happy with the followers that we do get, and you know, I really appreciate them, and I like to gear our content towards them more so than finding new people to watch our show. Which, I mean, it would be great to have, you know, 10,000 views on a video, but at the same time, I'm happy with where we're at. Slow and steady wins the race, in my opinion, so it'd be a good one. Was there anything else we needed to cover before we jumped into this interview?
Not that I know of.
Nothing interesting?
If anybody wants to ask the band questions, just put them in the comments. We'll make sure that they're read off.
Yeah, definitely that. I'm kind of holding back off of giveaways lately. I have a pile of shit that I need to get mailed out that I haven't been able to take care of yet, so it'll come back. I still have plenty of shit to give away, but in the turn of losing my last job and starting this new job, I've been really broken. I haven't been able to make it to the post office and stuff, so if you are waiting on something from me, I know I keep telling you to be patient, but be patient. You're getting something for free, and it'll all work out, I promise. You'll be very happy with what you get. So I guess without any further ado, I'm going to throw Gigi in here, and then I'm waiting on a message for Will. He said he was looking for parking, so we're going to try to toss Will in here afterwards, too. So he'll pop on. You there, Dilly?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Let me fix my camera here so you guys can actually see me.
Okay. What's up?
Deactivate. Okay. Sorry about that. And here I am. There we go. Oh, shit. There we go. Alright. Sorry about that. Okay. Could you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey, what's up? I'm Gigi. Was the drummer for Johnny Cage's Fake, the original drummer for Johnny Cage's Fake.
Oh, that's awesome. And what other bands have you been in since Johnny Cage?
I've been with Another Dying Democracy, which is an all-girl metal band from New York City. Step Too Far, which is a hardcore band from New York. Bunch of other bands. So many.
So, how long would you say that you've been playing music for?
Music. Played music since I was like 8 years old. But I started playing drums when I was 18. New York hardcore band.
Right on. So I spoke with Will, and I guess he was finding parking for wherever he was parking. And he'll be with us as soon as he can get in the house and get everything set up. I do want to remind everybody that please ask questions in the comments. Everything that you ask will get asked. I don't know if it'll get answered, so we'll see on that. And if you could please share this video it'd be extremely helpful because we want as many people in here asking questions as we can get. So let me go ahead and pull up my questions. Dylan, if you want to field the comments. And Gigi, did you actually pull up the feed on your phone as well?
I have it on my computer, actually.
Okay, so if somebody asks something in Spanish, you can answer that, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not expecting too many Spanish people. It's 3:00 in the morning right now
Oh,
for
yeah,
us.
yeah. I forgot about that, too. So, yeah, Gigi lives in Spain, and we're extremely thankful for her actually wanting to do this because, like she said, it's 3 in the morning there. So, how many releases did Johnny Cage actually have?
We had it was like a short EP that we put out at first, and then we did the full length with Purity Records.
And who did the artwork on those?
Dean and Ryan, the guitarist and singer.
Yeah, it was because the iconic little what is it, the king from like the card, like a deck of cards or something.
Yeah.
That it always came off kind of strange to me, but I mean it went with your guys' like forte, I guess, you know. You guys were definitely a strange band.
Yeah, I guess so. It felt pretty normal to me.
So where did the fucking name come from? I'm assuming it had something to do with Mortal Kombat because of Johnny Cage.
It totally did.
I'm assuming it's like maybe an inside joke or something.
Kind of, sort of, maybe, yeah. It had a little bit to do with some of that, yeah. Then we started digging in a little bit deeper, and John Cage came up as well, which is an experimental kind of contemporary composer.
Okay. So could you elaborate on the actual name? Or
You
where
know,
it came from?
we're from the Bronx, and we're kind of ghetto, so, you know, we didn't have much thought to it. It was just like, it was more of that Mortal Kombat thing, you know, and we just like, yeah, fuck that nigga. Johnny Cage was a whack ass character, you know.
Yeah, I guess he kind of was. He had that cheap shot where he did the split and punched people in the nuts.
Yeah, whatever. This still was whack.
So Dylan, did you want to field some of your
So-
pull-ups that you found?
So I read that you wanted to name the band Kick the Bucket. Nobody was on board.
Oh my god! Kick the Bucket ran around, yeah. It did come around. Donkey Punch came around as well.
That's a cool name. I like Donkey Punch.
Donkey Punch would have been great.
See, I was when Dylan told me that before we got on live, I was like, "Kick the Bucket" is such a sick band name. I don't know why anybody hasn't used that yet.
It's still on my feed for like future bands. Try to make that happen.
So I know that you've been saying that you've been on tour lately. So do you want to tell everybody about your current project?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's a cover band. You know, we do a shitload of like festivals throughout the summer. We're on tour like 3 months out of the year. And right now we're on a day off, and tomorrow we'll go back out on the road for another like few days, and then come back, and then so it's been like that since like the beginning of June. So it's kind of fun. I mean, it's great actually. It's fun. I get to rock out. I get to play 4 hours of rock every night, and for a bunch of Spanish people that go crazy, that are partying hard.
Right
They
on.
party hard out here, man. We don't get started till like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. We don't get done till like 5, 6. Sometimes we get started at like 4, and we're like, you know, till 8 in the morning. And I'm like, people go to sleep, you know. Like.
So how long have you been in Spain?
I've been out here for a while now. I think maybe going on 11 years.
Wow.
Did you just decide you wanted to go to Spain, or what was the deal with that?
I started working with a project that I was working with in New York, based out of New York and Dominican Republic, at the same time that I was working with Johnny Cage and ADD. And the guitarist we stationed out here, the name of the band is Jodido Loco Sucio, which is like damn crazy dirtbag in Spanish. But also like a metal band, kind of like maybe Black Sabbath, if you know. But But yeah, we stationed out here, and I kind of just stayed out here and started building a life out here. I was kind of getting over New York. I was working with a lot of people, and I was just, getting over it, I guess.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool that you found a spot you like. Where are you at right now? It looks like you're in a police interrogation room.
Oh, I'm in my office.
You need to get some stuff on the walls in there, man.
I do. I just moved into this place, so I'm still naked. I'm happy I have a bed.
Is there anything in the comments right now, Dylan?
Not at the moment.
What you smoking?
It's just vape, nothing cool.
No. Get off vape, yo.
Yeah, I've been sober for about a year and a few months now. It's not exactly the funnest time in the world, but it is what it is. At first,
I've been sober for like 3 years.
Really? Congratulations.
Yeah, and each time it just gets more fun because you just get to laugh at drunk people all day long.
It's crazy. I never knew how annoying drunk people and how annoying I must have been through my entire life.
I thought the same thing.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's
like.
So, what were some of the biggest Well, first of all, who got you your first drum set?
Whoa, my first drum set. Interesting. My first drum set was a Frankenstein hand-me-down from from actually this band from the Bronx called Driven by Hatred. And they had this Rogers that they just had lying around, and they gave it to me. So I lived in the Bronx in this apartment, and I didn't, I grew up poor, so we didn't have money and stuff to try to pimp it out or anything. So I had this crazy Frankenstein pedal that half was like a Pearl and the other half was a DW. Then I had the rat tom that I tuned up really high to have as a snare, to use as a snare. I had one hi-hat that I used as a crash.
So how did you know that you could did you know how to play drums before you got your drum set, or did you teach yourself?
I taught myself. I taught myself listening to music going to school, just listening to music on the train station, getting myself to school, and I would just double bass my way to school and listen to Obituary and Marauder and and I don't know, Cradle of Filth and shit like that.
Right on.
Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, so when I finally got on the drum set, I was like, oh shit, I could play, So it was a surprise for me as well.
And then you just decided to stick with drums because you like it?
Yeah, I just kept going, and now I'm doing pretty good with it. I'm playing over 100 shows a year and playing with a few different projects and traveling the world and.
So was Johnny Cage your first project that you were ever in?
No. My first project was a project that I had with my sister. Actually, Will took part in this project after a while too as a bassist, and that was called Proof of Purchase. Also, we put some stuff out with Purity Records, and that was the first real project that I actually started playing with as far as a drummer.
Yeah. And how long has it been since Johnny Cage has actually been active?
Oh man, I don't know, 2006 or something like that.
Is it kind of crazy to you that we reached out and wanted to do an interview about Johnny Cage, or people still talk about it?
It caught me off guard, but I was really happy. I was really happy to see that. I was really proud of that band. I think I did, at that time at least, I did some of my better drumming and stuff like that, aside from that and Another Dying Democracy were the two bands that I was actually really starting to dig deep within myself as far as being a drummer and stuff like that and trying to pull out some cool shit, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because it's like I was saying before you jumped on, Johnny Cage is one of those bands that helped mold and kind of create a template for what I find to be good music nowadays. If somebody's coming out, all right, first of all, when I found a torrent maybe 15 years ago or some shit, who knows, and Johnny Cage happened to be on there. It was a torrent of probably 60 or 70 different bands, and I coveted these bands for years and years and years. I wouldn't tell people about them. It was mine. Like, I felt cool because nobody knew about it. And it was just like, I was like Gollum, you know. It was my precious torrent, and I wouldn't tell anybody about it. And I was always just like, yeah, you guys don't know shit about music because you don't know all these bands on this torrent, you know. And Johnny Cage happened to be one of them. And so like I said, I've listened to shit, and you know, half the songs on that torrent and stuff, it was all like track 1, track 2, track 3. Like, it wasn't all listed and stuff. So I don't know anything about Johnny Cage. All I know is that fucking album that was on there was my shit for a very long time, you know.
Wow, thank you. I'm glad. And
it just, like I said, it helped mold what I find to be good music. And, you know, by doing this podcast, I've actually, Dylan and I and my buddy Keith and my buddy Josh, we've actually tracked down probably half the bands that were on this torrent, and I've been able to speak with the members of them, and they've all been so nice and amazing people. And it's been a pretty sweet adventure, so I'm extremely happy to add, you know, Johnny Cage to that roster. And, you know, if people don't know about Johnny Cage, they definitely need to check it out because it's just one of those spastic, fucking awesome grind bands. You know, well, I don't know if what you would want to label it as, because people have stupid things when it comes to labeling. They want to be like, oh, we're avant-garde jazz fucking grind, you know, and like crazy.
I don't know what we were. We were just people
fun.
From the Bronx bored trying to, you know, get our anger out, I guess, you know.
Well, did you guys have influence, or was that?
Did we what?
Did you have an influence of the type of music that you were playing?
Yeah, I mean, at that time, I guess we were all into like Dillinger, Burnt by the Sun, Converge, Coalesce, and those kind of bands like that, you know. So that was definitely like I was definitely like, those were the bands that were kind of like soundtrack to my lifestyle at the moment, you know.
All good.
So I was definitely like reaching, like developing a style like that, like those kind of bands as far as drumming was happening.
So did Johnny Cage tour?
We did some stuff along the East Coast, I guess. They weren't too long of tours, but we did a few little short tours and stuff.
What were some of the bands you got to tour with?
Man,
you gotta dig deep for those memories.
I know we did some stuff with Locked in a Vacancy, which were also on Purity. Man, I can't really remember much of the bands, but we played with a lot of really awesome bands at that time, man. And I can't remember much of them right now, to be honest.
What was your experience with Purity like?
It was pretty cool. I mean, I already had previous experience with them with Proof of Purchase, because we did like 2 songs on their New Approach compilation. And they were really awesome guys. Like, some of those guys were in this band called Beyond Reason and in Locked in a Vacancy, and like they were always really like super they were just always like how do you say, I'm like thinking in Spanish most of the time lately, but they're kind of like they were just like, they were like brother bands or brothers, you know, that just kind of like that just supported us and like, you know, helped us get out there, you know, and I mean, I thought they were great people, you know. I still think they're great people, you know, the ones that are still around that I still keep contact with, you know.
I've always wanted to ask a question to somebody who is bilingual. Do you actually think in a different language, or what language is the voice in your head?
Lately, because I've been here, it's, I don't know, it goes back and forth, man. That's the fucked up shit that starts happening. So when I'm in the States, it's like, obviously it's English that's like more dominant thought patterns, but some of that Spanish shit comes in because like they're like kind of set phrases that you have out here already that you just kind of try to translate, but it don't work.
I couldn't imagine somebody who knows like fucking 10 languages or something. You know, it'd be insane.
I get stuck on like 3 or 4. Yeah.
I've always wanted to ask a deaf person, because if they've never, or somebody who's born deaf, like what do they hear in their head? Because you know they don't hear words.
Yeah, it's probably just all visual, you know.
Yeah, it's like pictures. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah,
man? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dylan, you want to fill out some of those comments in the questions or in the
Yeah.
questions in the comments?
Sam.
Hit Sam's because Sam was posting on the.
Sam Corderelli. He, hey Gigi, remember when you guys played a few shows for me at the Pyramid Club?
Yeah. Hi, Sam. Sam's pretty cool. Sam did a lot for us too, as far as like helping push us and getting us shows and stuff like that. Yeah, actually, he also just like recently sent me a link to like all the songs that were on that record, and I was just like, holy shit, I haven't heard these in a long time, and to see them on the internet was kind of like, oh, all right, awesome, we're back on track.
That's cool. Keith, hey Keith.
Hi,
Keith asked, were you guys cool with Rob, Frank, and the guys from Metal Injection?
I can't really tell you that, man. I don't. Metal Injection sounds familiar, but shit, man, this was so long ago.
I know that they do interviews. The Metal Injection guys. I don't know exactly what they are as a whole, but I know that they do interviews.
They're
Right.
a little more awkward than we are.
Yeah, that guy is so awkward.
Just a little bit.
For some reason, that guy seems to think he's really cool for some reason.
I think he's cool.
I think that guy seems like the biggest loser ever. But, I mean, I don't want to talk shit about Metal Injection, because who knows, maybe one day they'll buy our show or something.
I can't recall who they are, so I'm just gonna not say nothing. Keep it safe.
Do you remember what your favorite song to play live was for Johnny Cage?
Wow. Nigga Please was fun. Nigga Please was hella fun, actually. I had a great time playing all those songs, man. I'd get really like, I broke so many cymbals with Johnny Cage. I mean, I broke so many shit. I broke like everything with them, actually. I'd get so riled up, I'd like puke after the shows, just like all that burst of energy that would happen in me.
Dylan, didn't you have something to ask about puke?
Why does everybody puke in Johnny Cage?
I don't know, but I puked a lot of times after shows, man. Just like the energy would just.
It was like Ryan pukes at practice.
Ryan was just weird. He's that kind of guy. I don't know.
Are you in contact with him still, or is he just completely off the face of the earth, disconnected?
He's always off the grid. You know, it's really funny because a couple of minutes ago, I saw a picture of him on my friend's Instagram, and I was like, yo, where is he? I need to find him. But no, I haven't been in touch with him in a while. Like, I love Ryan, though. You know, he's like, he was my right-hand man right there. He's definitely a brother and a friend and, like, you know, everything to me, you know. And I miss a lot of him, actually. But he's always MIA, so you get used to it, you know.
Yeah, some people are just like
he's
that.
MIA at practices, too, you know.
So did Johnny Cage ever steal a riff or a beat or anything from another musician?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think Dean was pretty creative as far as a guitarist. He would really just kind of like go for his own thing. You know, he's a great artist in general. Like, he paints, he draws, and he has a lot of like wonderful things going on. He has a really great imagination. He has, you know, and I don't think anything was stolen. I think maybe some things were inspired by some bands.
Right.
But stolen, I don't think so. He was too original for that. And Will as well, you know, Will, you know, Will was really influenced by Tool, I guess, and he had like that slapping thing happening that kind of went there. But again, it wasn't like stolen. It's just like influenced by.
Sure.
And rhythmic.
For the time, a lot of people played bass that way too, because you know you had like Primus and Korn and everybody. They were all doing the slapping. Yeah.
I mean, you go back to funk, and that shit's all over the place. But it ain't like we invented anything new, you know. But yeah, throwing it in some chaos, it went well. And as far as drums, it's like, you know, I just kind of listened to what they were doing and just like let myself go, you know. Never really paid too much attention to it.
Do you feel like
work.
when you were in Johnny Cage, you said that was some of the more technical drumming that you've done and that you're more proud of. Do you feel like when you were writing music for that, you were writing above like your equivalency? Like, do you feel like you were having to practice to play the stuff that you were writing, or did it just come kind of simply?
Most of it came naturally, but it was definitely inspired by what was happening. It wasn't like I wouldn't sit there like, oh, I gotta, but I would at times fuss and be like, no, I gotta, like, this has gotta be like this for that part, and this has gotta be like that for that part. But it wasn't, I would let it flow naturally. Mainly just let it flow naturally to like what they were doing and stuff, and things just kind of came together. And then, like, as soon as I found like what it was or that niche in that part, I'll just like maybe work it out a little bit. But most of it like was definitely just like a natural thing that happened. I just like jump on their vibe and let it flow.
Right on. Will just commented and said, I slapped the bass.
Yeah, you did. Yo, bitch. Where you at?
He said he's walking to his house now. He parked and now he's walking to his house.
Awesome.
What was your dad's favorite band?
My dad's favorite band?
Yeah. My
dad's? Damn, my dad was Dominican, right? So, but my dad did like Alice Cooper.
Really?
My dad liked Alice Cooper. He was, I mean, when he found out that me and my sister were like kind of into like rock and metal and stuff, he mentioned Alice Cooper a couple of times, But he was more, salsa, merengue, bachata kind of guy. And he liked funk. He liked a lot of funk. He would always walk around the house talking about, she's a brick. So it was along those lines, 70s,
What was one of the first CDs you ever bought? What was the first CD or tape you ever bought?
Wow. See, right. I had a lot of things given to me as far as music, and I'm really like happy about that because I was motherfucking poor, I never could afford this shit. So I think when we were, my dad used to sell drugs, so they would pay him with like video cassettes, and like we had a shitload of movies and a shitload of tapes at home, and some of those first tapes were like that me and my sister would like sit and like even like build choreographies too. Were kind of like Living Color. Living Color was definitely one of the first bands. Then we also had Elvis Costello.
Who was your dad sold drugs to?
My dad sold drugs to everyone on 103rd Street in Columbus, man. Like Manhattan, It was just a crack, Everybody was that shit in the 70s and 80s.
Listening to Elvis
Costello.
This
is exactly what Bronx looks like in my head, what you're describing. So it's never been.
It is what it is, man. Shit was fucked up. But whatever, made us strong, kept us moving, But the one that I actually bought myself, I have to say, like, man, and this was already like, years, years of being into like this kind of music, but that Jane Doe CD from Converge was definitely one that I finally bought myself, and I was just like, I have to get that, Yeah.
I was definitely happy to pick that. I have that on, I think it was either the first or second pressing of that. I've had it for fucking years and years now, so I don't even know. I haven't looked into it, but it was definitely a great album. I like this one better, but it was
all
good.
Right. Yeah.
So being a female drummer from the Bronx playing this style of music, what kind of reactions were you getting back in like 2004, 2005?
Man, since I started playing, and even now still, I get like, before, I don't know, it's hard for people to believe because I play like a monster, like I don't play like a normal girl would play. I really beat the shit out of my drums, And even now here with like this rock band, it's rock, but I still like play it like it's metal or hardcore, you know? And I'm like breaking cymbals, fucking, I don't know, every couple of weeks. It's kind of sad, but it happens.
On the band facts, it's Gigi looks like an angel, plays like a demon, and smells like hell.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, I used to live in a squat, you know. I lived in a squat for a long time. Then after living in a squat, I lived in my studio. I didn't have a shower. That was my people repellent too, you know, like fucking get on my nerves sometimes trying to get with me and shit. So I was just like, I'm gonna fucking wear my clothes until they stink, you know?
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh man, I forgot all about that shit.
Read some more off of there, Dylan.
There's more to come. Kiko said it's great to see you after all these years.
Yeah, much love, yo.
And Keith asked, is there any metal or rock bands in Spain that we should check out? Good question.
There's a couple of fun bands happening out here. There's a lot more punk out here than like this kind of like that kind of style that we played, at least. Now there are bands that are starting to get into those kind of bands, you know, like
make a comeback.
Yeah, well, I mean, like here it's like 10 years outdated.
Yeah.
You know, so everything takes its time. Like now with the internet, things are starting to like catch up. But as far as like bands that are playing now, maybe there's like one band in this town that are actually trying to go for like that kind of style of music, like that metalcore kind of thing. But everyone else is still like doing like punk and stuff like that. And there are a few fun bands, mainly up in the Basque country though. Like those people up there are much more punk rock. Out here, there's like a lot of people are more into like reggae and hip hop and shit like that. And like when I play with this band, we do a lot of like stuff outside of here, outside of like Zaragoza, which is the city I'm living in, you know. And there's this one band that's pretty cool. They're called Fuck Up Family. They're like, you know, kind of like traditional hardcore. They not too long ago were on tour with Biohazard, and they're really cool guys, you know. And they play hard. You hear them and you think it's like fucking New York hardcore and shit, but then you hear them and you're like, oh shit, they're talking in Spanish, you know. But that gives it away. But you know, it's still rocking. You know, it's still cool.
For sure.
It's just
yeah, Will's trying to pop on here now.
Right on.
Do you get a lot of females that come up to you and, you know, you've inspired me or anything like that?
Oh yeah, yesterday I had this one lady come to me and was telling me that if I knew about this certain gland in the vagina, and I was just like, what? She's like, this gland in my vagina, you just made it melt. I was like, oh. But I get all kinds of weird shit, man. I get ladies sending me pictures of their snatch all the time, you know, like fans. Yeah. I get this one chick, man, she's like, I never met her yet, you know, and I'm kind of, it's weirding me out, right? Because she's like, I just went to see you, and I had to go behind the tree and touch myself, and I was like, what? All right, baby. Whatever, you know? Like, I don't know what I'm doing to people, but I get them coming to me, talk about they're in love.
Hey,
yo,
Will.
so fast.
Yo.
What's up, nigga?
Man, I was looking for parking, man. It's terrible over here.
It's all good, man. Thanks for joining us.
It was like the Hunger Games out there. New York City parking.
So let's try to catch up Will here. Will, what's your dad's favorite band?
My dad's favorite band? I don't know. He used to listen to like Tina Turner.
I don't really remember what other questions we asked. We've kind of been just winging it. What was the first CD you ever bought?
First CD. Man, I think it was Morbid Angel.
Yeah.
Ever? That was your first CD ever, was Morbid Angel?
Yeah, I forgot. It was like the red cover. It was like an old. I think it was like a demo / CD, like something. I can't remember.
Just a bit.
So what was some like fond memories you guys had of the band?
Of Johnny Cage? Oh, man. Some good times.
Hey, Will, do you have like a TV on over there or something?
Oh, yeah. Should I move?
Can you just turn it off?
Hold on. My wife's watching Game of Thrones.
Oh, sorry. Don't want to interrupt Game of Thrones.
Hold on.
Yeah, I could just hear it every time you were talking.
Is this better?
You're gonna spoil it for us. We haven't seen it yet. So.
No, I'm not going to spoil it. Hold on. How about that?
Perfect.
Better?
Yeah.
Damn,
Will, you're fucking jacked, dude.
Nah, I'm fat, man. What's up, Gigi?
What's up, nigga? How you doing? Congratulations, Papa to be.
I know, thank you.
Yeah, you any day now, right?
Literally any day now. She can literally
you must be
stop
nervous.
I am.
So
I'm more scared. I'm more scared than her.
Yeah, I bet.
it could literally happen anytime now. Like you could
It
be
happened
on,
right now.
I see you fainted in the delivery room.
She's ready to go. She's done with being pregnant.
Yeah, totally. At the end, it's just like she's probably like, get this shit out of me.
So Johnny Cage, Gigi, you remember like when we used to go on tour? I used to have to print out before like GPS. I used to print out all the instructions, like directions.
Yeah.
I used to work at Office Depot and I'd print out like stacks of paper, fucking MapQuest. Get us lost every time.
Yeah, I remember that.
Dean was the only driver. Poor Dean.
Yeah.
See,
Poor guy.
I'm jealous that I never got to tour
so
with any of
drunk.
the bands that I was ever in, because it's almost like having a working vacation that like somebody else plans for you, and it just takes you to fucking crazy ass places.
It was awesome. JJ, there you go. Now I see you. I was doing this all wrong. What's up, dude?
So,
Nice.
what was one of the weirdest places that Johnny Cage ever played together?
I don't know. What do you think, Gigi? I'm trying to remember. We played this weird like dive bar in Pittsburgh that one time. Do you remember?
The Double D's.
I don't know what it was called.
You don't remember that strip joint next door?
We played a few
Played
strip
that-
joints.
Played
They're
that
all
one.
much together.
It was like that place where it was like the venue and then like the strip joint, like the strip club right next to it.
That's the first time we've ever heard that on here. We always hear barn, a trailer, some basement filled with mattresses. Like
You don't remember that, Will?
Played it.
Double D's?
Maybe man. My memory
Something
sucks.
like that.
I know we played like that a huge house party in North Carolina. Remember, it was just like an empty house. It was just a ton of kids in there, and I think we might have slept there too. I can't remember.
I think we did.
I just remember being lost in the van all the time.
We would get so drunk, you know. The time was like a blur.
So
I wish there was.
out of everybody in the van, who smelled the worst?
I did.
Smelled the worst?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably Gigi back then. She was a hippie. She was a hippie of the
Squatter,
band.
man. This is what happens when you live in a squat, man. You try to pee and you again, your piss bucket freezes and shit, and you knock it over and it doesn't spill. You know.
Yeah, Gigi used to sleep in the studio, right?
Yeah, for a while. Yeah, and before that, I was living at C Squad.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So do you guys remember where you actually recorded your albums?
In that kid's house in Jersey, yeah, in Matt's house.
Yeah, this guy Matt. I don't remember where.
It was in Jersey, wasn't it?
It was in Jersey. I don't remember the name of it. He had like a label.
Matt, that kid Matt.
It's
And,
all
What was your guys' like process to recording? Were you just was everybody playing at once, or did you guys do it individually? And
No, yeah, we did it individually. I think, right? Gigi recorded the drums.
We did the first round together so that I can track the
Track
drums.
Drums, yeah.
And then they came in and did their overdubs.
I remember.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I remember we used to practice a lot in Johnny Cage.
Yeah,
Practice like 3 times a week.
Yeah, something like that.
So,
it was worth it. Fuck.
Will, are you any projects
tight as hell.
Right now?
Yeah.
I'm playing in Tiger Flowers, but we're kind of like taking it easy right now.
Yeah, somebody, I posted one of the flyers in a group I'm in earlier, and somebody said that I should check out Tiger Flowers. I've never listened to it. Could you elaborate on what that is?
It's basically the band that came about after Johnny Cage. Still me and Dean playing in that band, and we started that with Jesse. He used to play in a band called My Bitter End.
Okay.
Oh, that was another band we played a lot with.
Yeah, we used to play with them a lot, and we were cool with him, so he started playing with us, and then we got the drummer from his other band. I'm drawing a blank here. Dan, like drummer Dan and Jesse, were playing another band. Same Deep, they were called. Same Deep Water as you.
Right on. What were some of the bands that you took influence from when creating music for Johnny Cage?
Blackout!
I don't know, man. I used to listen to a lot of Ed Gein back then.
Yeah, right on. We just had those guys on not too long ago. They were
I used to love that band. I was obsessed. I still have the T-shirts.
They're so fucking awesome, man.
Yeah,
We played with them at once at ABC No Rio.
Yeah. Minor Times. Oh.
They were awesome.
Is there anything in the comments right now, Dylan?
Yeah, Sam wrote, Will, remember that show I booked at Nikki and Sam's by Canal Street near the Knitting Factory?
Yeah,
you guys played with Rocking Band and Fourth to create the illusion of satisfaction. And see you next Tuesday. That same day, my friend Jessica punched some girl in the nose in the train station. Ryan and I got pressed by the cops and shit.
Yeah, the kids were crazy back then. Oh, so many venues were getting shut down. That show got shut down afterwards. Somebody broke the venue. Had it was weird. It had glass. Remember that, Gigi? The whole entrance was all glass. And some kid just moshed right into it, and they were like, "Nope, no more shows there."
He hate moshed the glass.
Man, we had that group of kids that would come and just wreck shit, you know.
Every show.
Yeah.
They loved our weird asses.
Damn, that's crazy because From a Second Story Window got jumped for breaking a ceiling tile.
That's another band.
Wow. I remember we played a Muir with a Muir at a Knitting Factory. Back when it was on Leonard Street.
Yeah.
You remember that show?
Yeah,
I think it was a record release show, maybe. No, not the record release, but we played with them a few times.
So did Johnny Cage ever have a merch concept that never went into effect? Like something you guys would have really liked to do, like some kind of strange record or anything like that? Or any unreleased recordings or anything?
I don't know. The recordings, the last 3 songs that Johnny Cage did, we took it with us when we did Tiger Flowers.
Yeah.
The early Tiger Flowers songs were some of the last Johnny Cage, riffs. I think that's when Gigi, you were out of the band. You were 20.
Yeah, I was already on my process of moving out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Alex was playing with you guys by that time.
Yeah, Alex Berman. He quit after that last tour. He couldn't do it.
Yeah,
He didn't make no money. He was like, this ain't rock star shit. I'm broke just like everybody else.
I'm doing some rock star shit now.
Yeah, man, I see that. I saw that bus you guys are on.
See that shit in there? I'm pimping it. I'm sleeping all day and playing all night.
That's
and getting paid. I'm like, fuck yeah.
It's like the dream.
It's pretty cool, man. It's definitely. I got my chauffeur is my cook and shit. I'm vegan, so it's tough to eat in Spain.
Damn, you're living the fucking high life right now.
So yeah.
Dylan, do you have anything in your notes for Will? Or just,
Will,
just run through a couple of those because they're all funny.
Will, are you still an angry drunk?
No, I'm pretty happy drunk now. You could ask friends. I don't think I had any Did I have any bad, angry moments, Gigi?
Not really. You were always like, oh man, I love you guys, kind of drunk, you know?
Unless I had a few moments where I drank tequila and shit went bad.
Yeah. But you were always like a happy, lovable drunk.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we've already confirmed this one, but you do not wear a small T-shirt anymore.
No, I moved up to mediums.
Yeah.
And those are getting a little too tight now too. It's like I got working on my dad bod.
You guys know what I'm reading off of?
Huh?
Do you guys know what I'm reading off of?
No, what's this from?
Do you remember this at all?
God, it sounds familiar. Is this like something we wrote on our bio or something?
Yeah, it's something that you guys definitely wrote. This is not just some creepy stalking stuff that I'm saying.
What else is on
I'm
there?
wondering about that.
Hey, will you tell us about your first show in front of the 300 people?
Oh God, Malali Park. I fucking
Black Crowds.
Dean hates when I tell this story. Is like because I was like 17 and we played at Malali Park. Remember Malali Park, Gigi?
Yeah,
In the Bronx.
Remember that, man? Yeah,
Man,
hell yeah.
there was so many people there, and it was like our first show. And I just stood there, and we started playing, and I kind of like froze. I was just like, "Holy shit!" Like I finally looked up to see how many people were there, and I was like, "Fuck!" And I got so scared. For like a good 30 seconds, I was playing notes, but I had no idea what I was doing. and then I shook it off, and you know. But yeah, it was
That's
pretty
awesome.
wild time.
So,
Back out.
what was some of the like? All right, so usually in this style of music, there's a lot of injuries that happens to the band because everybody likes to go fucking buck wild. What are some injuries that occurred during Johnny Cage?
I don't think we had too many injuries in Johnny Cage, right?
No.
Just a lot of broken cymbals.
Broken cymbals.
cymbals, broken
Yeah.
sticks, puking.
I fell off stage later on in the other bands. I fell off stage. We were talking about that yesterday. I fell off this. We played this huge like venue in South Carolina. It was not meant for us. It was just like this was like for Metallica or something. Like, it was huge. I had like the stage was like up to here, and then I had this drum riser, and I'm just rocking out. I jumped on the drum riser. I'm looking at my Dean and everyone, and I jumped back, and then I guess I landed wrong, and I kept going back, and then I fell off the stage backwards with my bass, and I kind of felt like the air, you know, like oh shit, like falling, and then all of a sudden, boom, and I landed on my feet, and I was like holy shit, and I turned around. No, this fucking girl was behind me, and she saved me. This big, I don't want to say big, I don't want to insult anyone, but she was a big girl, and she just fell down. She was like, oh my God! She was like, I think I broke my ankle. It was pretty bad, and then I was like, oh man, I tried to help her up, and she was like, it's not broken, but it's definitely sprained. And then she was like, I'll feel better if you let me dance on a stage with you. So she started dancing on stage.
Will, what are you clanking over there, man?
Sorry. Nervous.
Nervous habits.
Nerves, yes.
It's all right. The nervousness will go away once we grow on you.
Hey, Will, how many porno movies do you own now?
Oh my God, I still have them somewhere. They're in my basement. It's crazy.
I don't even know how I found these stuff, but it's just funny, random shit.
I used to collect them like a fucking pervert. So many. Now they're in like a duffel bag. I gotta get rid of them. Now we're gonna have a kid.
Dude, pass him down.
The duffel bag of shame.
I'm gonna sell them on eBay.
Probably makes me
I got. What's up?
Go ahead. You good?
I was gonna say I have like VHS in there too. It's crazy. I might have like a copy of Deep Throat.
Who came up with the name Nomad for Gigi?
Probably Dean. I feel like I don't know. Gigi wasn't on match. Maybe Ryan.
Yeah, I think it was Ryan.
What was the one about Gigi's real name?
Oh no. Aphrodite. Aphrodita in Spanish, but it's Aphrodite. The Mighty Aphrodite. You can see my personal page. I have a production page called Mighty Aphrodite on Facebook. Plugging in.
Yeah, hey, if you guys have anything you want to plug, feel free anytime. That's why you're here.
Hey, will you show us your the worst tattoo ever?
Oh God, really?
Damn it,
Man, that's my wife.
Cover up.
what is it?
It's awful. That's what it is.
It's the worst tattoo I've ever seen.
Oh, you should have
Some
seen the
squiggly
other one.
lines. Oh yeah,
It looks like a cross in like a fishing lure.
Yeah.
In tribal.
it's awful. I had my name over here just in case I got lost. Covered it up.
Hey, not too many are worse than the human centipede.
Ooh, that one's cool.
I hate that shit.
But you had that other
I had
eye
some-
thing happening on the other
Oh
side.
yeah, I had this.
I was like,
I got a tattoo in this guy's apartment in the Bronx, and I was looking at this magazine, tattoo magazine, and it had like an eyeball, a flesh. And, I don't know. I was young, and I was like, yeah, I want that. They put it on this arm, but it ended up. Let me turn on this other light. Hold on.
it was the worst thing ever.
It was so bad. So it was like here, and it was like this huge eyeball, and it was supposed to be flesh, but it looked like
Like somebody scratched it or something.
somebody called it a vortex of surfboards. It was awful. So then I got like an octopus cover up, best you know.
So, Will, where do you live now?
Astoria,
I want to know
Queens.
where that's at. Okay.
New York.
I was gonna say you should get Fox from See You Next Tuesday to cover up that thing on your stomach. He's tattooing now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I might like blast it with the, laser removal.
Oh, that's solid black, man. That ain't going nowhere.
I know, right?
It'll just look like a gnarly scar. Just get like a panther or something black over it, you know?
I gotta get something.
Just get a big
I'll take
black coffin.
I want to take that to the grave. Just off the tattoo. I'm like,
Who drew that
realize-
for you, Dion?
realize that was Leon who drew it, and it was like this little thing. And me, I was young. I was like, yeah, I want it big. Idiot.
So, all right, between the two of you, if you could book a dream tour for Johnny Cage, who would be the other bands?
Johnny Cage, definitely. One of them would be Ed Gein. Definitely.
Yeah,
Me.
sure. For
Get
sure.
those guys back. All else
By the
fails.
sun.
By the Sun, yeah. Dillinger. Too bad those
Yeah.
guys are.
Oh, are you going to the one of the last shows?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're lucky.
Kevin actually recorded the last Tiger Flowers record. Well, two of the songs he recorded. Kevin from Dillinger.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's rad, man. I know that they like the first day sold out in like 12 minutes or something like that, and then they're like, all right, we gotta.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then like we gotta add another show, and then that sold out, and they're like, all right, we gotta add another show. So
3 shows.
I was contemplating coming from Florida just to go see that, man. But
I mean, there might still be tickets for that Wednesday show. I don't know.
I'm just gonna chalk it up. I was gracious enough to see them tour with Car Bomb and Cult Leader, and
Oh, that must have been awesome.
yeah, it came through a few months ago. So I still got to see them on their end run, you know. So it was
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I saw them. I don't know if it was with Car Bomb, but I saw them not too long ago too. It's pretty awesome.
Did Johnny Cage ever have any beef with any other local artists or any other artists?
Think so?
No, we got along with everyone.
Right on. What about like, was there any like shifty promoters and stuff like cheating you guys out of money and whatnot?
No.
No, not with Johnny Cage.
Any run-ins with the law on tour?
Oh, there was that one time, Gigi, when were you with us when we got pulled over with Jesse? You were there. for Jesse's birthday party. Remember?
Yeah.
We played Jesse's. Yeah. Played the singer from My Bitter End who played his birthday party, and then we were all driving back to his house. Was it that? I think I'm mixing up the days, but we were driving back to his house, and we were all fucking just getting fucked up, driving, smoking, and then cops like fucking pulled us over, and I was fucking drunk, and I remember I was in the back seat, and I was like, and the cops are literally standing like to the sides of us, and I'm just like, and they pull Jesse out, and he's doing the whole 1 2 3 3 2 1 fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Remember they got him hopping on one foot, and I'm sitting back, and I think the whole shit is so funny because I'm so high. I was like, oh man, he's never gonna pass this, man. He's fucked up. And I'm just talking real loud. Dean's like nudging me, shut up. And I'm like, oh. That was the one time. But they didn't do anything. They just took his keys, and we had to wait in the side of the road for like probably an hour, middle of the night.
That went by pretty fast because we were so entertained with our fucking drunkenness.
I was having a blast.
So, has either of your bands ever toured into Canada?
No, I never. Maybe Gigi, I never did.
I have, but with Johnny Cage, I don't know. I mean, we went pretty close because I mean that place. Remember that place, Dick's? That that grocery, guns, and gasoline. There's a store up there. That was pretty close to Canada.
That was in Potsdam.
Did anybody ever have any trouble getting over the border in any of the bands that you've ever been in?
I don't think I've ever played in Canada. I think we tried to book it and it didn't work out.
Yeah, we always hear crazy Canada border stories, which is nuts to me because they're supposed to be like the nicest people. Hey Dylan, it's actually weird.
They hate the States.
Yeah, I've been watching this show on Netflix, and it's Canadian Border Patrol. And,
really?
Dude, it is fucking nuts. It's crazy how, like, dude, I'm talking about, like, somebody brings, like, a fucking bag of apples into Canada, and they fucking detain them and, like, all kinds of crazy shit, make them pay thousands of dollars in fines because somebody brought fucking apples. Or, like, dude, it's nuts.
Yeah. I mean, I had issues with shit like that in England, coming from the States and touring with a project from New York, and we had to kind of like lie and say that we're not on tour, that we're just there to record and shit. Otherwise, they would have like taxed us on some other shit.
Yeah, that's what we hear, that people like they would stuff all their merch inside of cabs and stuff like that. So.
I've heard bands shipping their merch beforehand.
Hey, I see that shit on that show too. They catch them. They're always like, "Oh yeah, so we see that you sent a package to your destination and blah blah blah." And they don't let their ass in.
It's not like we're making any real money. We just want to rock and roll.
You're not allowed to make a cent though. That's the thing.
They're like they get really tight on that shit with certain places for sure.
So weird.
Yeah,
it's crazy. No,
was there anything in the comments, Dawn?
Christopher Weiss said, Will lives with me on my love boat.
Christopher Weiss?
Weiss, thank you.
Yeah, that's our buddy from Texas.
He says, tell them about the same deep beef.
No, there was no beef. That's the band that Dan, or my drummer now, Dan, used to play in with Jesse.
Ooh.
I think one time I was upset about having to take my bass equipment out of the van because they wanted to use it and I had already packed it up. But there was no real beef.
That's some serious beef, man. I'm surprised the blood
no real beef.
So, what are some bands that you guys have been listening to lately, or any like up and comers, or just some old stuff you've been listening to?
I've been listening to a lot of rap, to be honest.
Who do you listen to?
Run the Jewels, Kendrick.
Somebody just showed me Run the Jewels yesterday, actually.
I fucking love it. It's awesome. And the new Action Bronson just came out. I was listening to that today.
People tell me I look like him, and I don't see the resemblance. I think it's just the beard.
It's just a beard. A white guy with a beard. Both you guys, Action Bronson.
Plural.
I've been listening to a lot of Prince lately.
Yeah, you look like somebody who would listen to Prince.
Yeah, bunch of Prince and Anderson .Paak. I don't know if you guys know who Anderson .Paak is, but if you don't, check that dude out. He's fucking awesome. Yeah, he's a drummer that sings, and kind of like a Curtis Mayfield kind of status, but a little hip hop-ish, and it's pretty cool.
So Gigi, with your gig that you're doing now, what's one of your favorite songs that you play live?
Some of the favorite songs that I play live, there are a couple actually. Aside from because a lot of the songs are medleys, so they're probably like 4 or 5 songs in the mix. And one of the mixes is the final mix is Mix Muerte, which is like the death mix. Then we do some System of a Down, some Marilyn Manson, Rammstein, and Clawfinger. And that's a pretty good mix, not only because it's the last freaking song, because that's a great thing. After 4 hours of playing, you want to get done. It's I don't know. It's one of the mixes that I like playing. There's also that there's this one band from out here that's also from like the Basque Country. They're called SA, which is a alcoholic society. If you say it in English, it's Sociedad. In Spanish, it's Sociedad Alcohólica, which is like old school kind of like hardcore punk, which is pretty cool. Some double bass action and stuff like that.
Right on.
And then there's this other one song that's there's another mix that we've got that's like Judas Priest with Deep Purple and Iron Maiden. That's fun too to play.
Cool.
Those are probably like my favorite mixes.
What about you, Will?
Freaking minutes long and shit.
What's some of the Tiger Flower stuff you like doing?
All of it. I love it. The new stuff, I like playing newer songs. You play older songs, you kind of just get like, I don't know.
What are some crowd favorites?
The Wait is the one that everybody pretty much loves.
Is there breakdowns in Tiger Flowers, or is it like?
Not really. There's a lot of heavy parts, not like breakdowns.
Yeah.
Not like Johnny Cage. I think Johnny Cage had like the weird, awesome breakdowns.
Yeah.
Did you know there's this guy in Belgium selling our cassette tape? Did you see that? Yeah, and he's selling Johnny Cage the fake cassettes. They look pretty cool. I actually bought one.
Is it they're like bootlegs?
Yeah, I don't know. I downloaded it because I didn't have it on my phone.
I'm gonna have to look for that because
it's actually pretty cool.
Something that we recorded on Purity?
Yeah, he's got the whole record on a cassette. Like he sells cassette tape. He's a bunch of bands he does.
Why isn't Purity after him?
Yeah.
I don't know what those guys are doing.
Hey, all those band facts that I had was on there. It's on Amazon. You have an audio CD on Amazon, $25.
See, like I didn't even know about this.
People are still making money off you guys.
Google, man.
Still making money.
I was just gonna bootleg everything and just put it up on YouTube and shit so people could hear it.
Honestly, that would be such a great idea because I think if you go on YouTube, you have like 3 videos. There's one ripped song and then like 2 live videos. I think I haven't seen.
Right,
there's like one
videos with Alex at ABC.
Yeah. ABC. Yeah, there's that one. I don't think none of us with you, Gigi, live.
Huh?
Any videos of us live with you?
I don't know. Not on YouTube. I don't think.
That would have been awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, hey, if you guys, if you want to release something, we can do something through Sheep's Clothing. That'd be cool as fuck. If you have anything laying around or anything that's not owned by somebody else.
I think if we dig hard enough, we could probably find some of those last Johnny Cage the Fake songs.
Even a demo, man. Like, it'd be so cool to fucking put that out.
Yeah.
Do like a limited cassette run or something. That should be cool as shit.
I think I just found that thing that Dylan was talking about.
The Amazon thing?
Ryan pukes at most practices. He did puke a lot.
Yeah.
Dean is the minority. He was the minority. We were all Spanish. He's the only white guy in the band. For some reason, I can't. Oh, let me click. What else is on there? Dylan, what else is on there?
Yeah, just read them out.
Read some more out. Yeah.
So, Willis and Angry Drunk. This is Ryan's first band. Dean's guitar is older than your parents.
Dean's, he still uses that guitar. or no, I mean, he has another one now. They're still pretty old. They're fucking awesome.
Ryan is charged of the porno DVD section where he works.
Yep.
We share a practice space with 6 bands.
Yeah, and with 5 of them I played in.
Yeah.
Chris said Gigi is in 4 bands.
Yep.
Ryan's nickname is Small Wonder.
I forgot about that.
The back of Ryan's neck looks like a pack of hot dogs.
Wow.
Dean got arrested for smashing windows on a Catholic school bus.
Oh.
You can drive a truck through the gap in Will's teeth.
Oh.
You got that fixed.
Gap is gone. I got it fixed.
You got that so fixed.
It was huge.
Yeah, I miss seeing it.
So I want to hear the story about this one. Ryan and Will saw a UFO together.
Yeah, we did. That's a true story.
Tell that story. What happened?
So we were in the Bronx, and we were on the rooftop of my ex-girlfriend's house. My girlfriend at the time, we were on her rooftop, and there was like 7 of us. All of us, we were just hanging out up there. And Ryan was like, "Hey, we're gonna see a UFO tonight." And I was like, "All right, cool." I'm not really thinking anything. And we hung out there for hours, and then like towards the end of the night, he stands up and he's like, "Look!" And fucking, I don't know, man. There's fucking something up there flying around like a little football for like maybe like 5-10 seconds, and then it disappeared.
That's crazy.
And we were pretty like stoked.
We are not alone.
Yeah.
Dean is the only one who can drive.
Yeah,
Ryan's left in Kansas. The GG looks like an angel, plays like a demon, and smells like hell.
That was Baco, remember?
Yeah.
Will is engaged. Will is engaged to Gigi's sister.
Oh, not anymore.
Not anymore.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Dean and Ryan spent the night in jail.
Did they? Shit. Oh, I know Ryan did. I didn't know Dean did.
Will went through a stop sign and failed his driver's test.
I did. Man, that was terrible. There was this huge truck behind me.
Talk about your tattoo. You have the worst tattoo created. Gigi wanted to name the band Kick the Bucket.
Yeah.
Hey, they thought it was cool.
Yeah, it is a cool name.
Ryan spent a week in a mental hospital.
Yeah, he did.
Maybe.
Dean's first show was an old age home. Ryan has accidentally seen Will's mom naked.
Oh, God. So we used to hang out at my house all the time when we were growing up. And I don't know, man. Like Latin people, we just don't give a shit. I just walk around naked. And my mom would like come out of the bedroom fully naked and go to the bathroom. I'm like, "Mom, there are people here." And my friend Ryan would just turn around and look at me like, "Sorry, man."
Turned him into a young man that day.
Will was in the Glee Club.
Yeah.
Will let his ex-girlfriend shave his entire body from the neck down.
That was for Halloween, man.
Where are you going as? A freaking Siamese cat or some shit?
We wore dresses that night.
So you had to shave.
It was a worst idea, man. That hair growing back was awful.
Itchy.
Holy shit, it was painful.
This whole thing just makes Ryan look like a crazy person. But like the whole thing, Ryan had to hide under a bed for 3 hours to avoid an ex-girlfriend's kung fu fighting older brother.
Ooh.
Do you guys have any idea who wrote this?
I think we did. Didn't give a shit.
This is like all news.
You thought it was funny.
Yeah, sleeping with Ryan on the same bed with Ryan was kind of like a battlefield. You know, he would like do these crazy jumps and turns in the middle of the night that would just like completely startle you.
He's a weirdo.
Will and Ryan went to see Sally Jesse Raphael show, and Gloria Gaynor was the guest. She sang "I Will Survive."
Yep. I forgot about that. True story.
Do you guys remember the song titles?
Some of them, yeah.
Nigga Please.
Cujo.
Apocalypse Kid.
Power of Negative Thinking.
Yeah, that was my favorite playing.
Yeah. That one was good too. Wow. There was so much more on there, huh?
Holy Water Slip and Slide.
Yeah.
That one's a good one.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So close to that, yeah. So close.
Sex with a Mannequin, Bitch Slapped the World.
Yeah, Sex with a Mannequin was pretty. I like that song.
A lot of people like that song.
Yeah.
Live is like that. Yeah, man. There's some good times.
There's your blast for the past right there.
Yeah, totally.
It's on Amazon, so if you guys ever want to go back and look at it.
I'm going to check it out after this.
Yeah, me too.
Is there anything else in the comments right now, Dylan?
Sam said Diami has a box and was giving them away, I assume, of your CDs.
Diami? Probably.
Diami?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, really?
Sam said I booked you guys with Endwell and PA, where we got fed. That spot was so cool. With that place, Globe Cafe.
Endwell? I know we played with them. I don't remember the show.
And Sam also said Purity Records folded.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so does that mean all the Johnny Cage stuff is like up for grabs, or how does that work if they're not a business anymore?
I don't even know.
I think so. I think if it is, you and Dean should probably utilize some of that merch with the Tiger Flower stuff, you know?
For sure.
Put that on
we used to sell the CDs because we still had a couple CDs. They went pretty fast.
Yeah.
I have like one in my house.
Yeah, I still have one.
Yeah.
Probably like one of the only things I still own from then.
I would love to make a vinyl with that artwork, with Dean's artwork. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. That would be pretty cool. I seriously do think that, though. I think like maybe you and Dean should kind of investigate that and try to
figure it out.
Yeah, and keep the rights to it, you know, before anyone snatches it up, and you know.
Snatching it up right now. And listening to this.
Yeah.
He's got it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I do want to remind everybody in the all of our viewers that you can comment anytime. We'll make sure that your comments get read. Please go ahead and share this video so more people can see it and maybe steal Johnny Cage's music. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna move on to the next segment. And I kind of warned Gigi about this one. Will, you haven't had the chance to get the warning yet. But basically what we did is we posted in a bunch of different groups and gathered up some of the most fucked up questions that could ever be asked. They're all would you rather questions. And so basically people sent this shit in and we decided to just go forward with it and ask every person we've ever interviewed these questions, and it can get pretty intense. So if you guys make it through, you can give yourselves a pat on the back.
All right.
So first, would you rather? And also, we can revisit some of the stuff in the comments afterwards. So if you guys want to keep asking questions, that's cool. Would you rather eat a light bulb every day, and when you poop, it's okay? Or would you rather eat whatever you want, but when you shit, it's light bulb glass?
Oh, no. I'd rather eat the light bulb.
Would you rather drown in piss or vomit?
Piss. It has zero, you know, you can
Piss.
do that.
Piss is sterile at least, right?
Yeah.
Definitely the urine. Give me the urine.
Would you rather pee every time you...
I just want a bath, you know?
Would you rather pee every time you stand up or shit every time you sit down?
I have an issue with peeing standing up. So I think I'd rather shit every time I sit.
Yeah.
Would you rather secrete a small amount of shit like sweat from your skin every day, or turn into a full-fledged were-turd one night a month on a full moon?
It could be fun being a weird turd.
I was gonna say, you have like powers and shit. Can I throw it?
Right?
My hands like spew shit.
Just shit on people all night.
It could go that way, or you could just turn into a giant turd and fall on the floor. When the moon goes away, you wake up. Like, who knows?
What's the movie with the big turd? The turd demon?
Oh, Dogma.
Yeah. Is it like that?
The shit monster, yeah.
Pretty bad. Shit
Being a shit monster.
Would you rather have 2 sphincters on the palm of your hands or 2 sphincters on the bottom of your feet?
Feet.
Yeah, I could hide those better.
It'd be really weird to shake somebody's hand with a butthole on your hand.
Yeah. Unless they had some kind of something poking out of their finger.
Unless you want to be an asshole and just put shit on the back of somebody's, pat them on the back with shit.
Just slap everyone,
I wonder if you could have like superpowers where you just shoot shit out of your hands, like explosive diarrhea. That'd be pretty
cool. Demon.
Sorry, a lot of these questions have a lot to do with shit. Because it's probably one of the worst things that could ever happen. But would you rather have pubic hair for teeth or teeth for pubic hair?
Pubic hair for teeth or teeth for pubic hair?
Oh man, that's disgusting.
Yeah. Teeth for pubic hair.
I don't want pubic hair for teeth.
Could it be my own pubic hair?
If it's growing out of your body, it's yours. I'm guessing.
Yeah, right.
I don't want it. I don't want it in my mouth. No way.
You're like, I just spent all this money on teeth. I'm not getting pubes.
I don't know.
Would you rather have Cheeto fingers, like the dust from Cheetos, on your fingers forever, or would you rather have like a continuous pee drip?
A continuous what?
Drip of pee.
I'd take the pee drip because at least you can like wear a diaper or something.
Yeah.
Well,
you can kind of control that.
Gloves. You can wear gloves with.
I mean, I'm a lady. We get shit dripping from there all the time.
Take it. Why are you wearing gloves? It's like, because I have Cheeto fingers.
You want to bite?
All right, this one's kind of rough. Would you rather watch your parents have sex for the rest of your life or join in once to stop it?
Oh. I'll watch it for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
This is where I come in and say you guys can pass.
Yeah. I mean, how much watching is there,
Involved, right?
I doubt my parents still have sex. It's probably, if they did, it's like a minute.
It would be like a continuous loop in your side of your head or something.
I don't know. Maybe I'd go mad and be like, yo, let me join in, kid. Stop this shit,
I'm not.
So that you see them ball sacks, like bring it.
It's terrible.
Would you rather fight a duck-sized horse or 100? Oh fuck! How do you say it, Dylan?
Duck-sized horses.
Yeah, duck-sized horses. One giant duck or 100 little horses.
One giant duck.
Horse-sized.
Ducks are mean as fuck. Ducks are so goddamn mean.
And it's a giant one? Like a fucking dinosaur. Fuck that.
Yeah, basically.
Give me the little ones. I'll kick those fuckers.
Horses are also mean, though. Those bitches bite you. That shit would hurt like a motherfucker.
That's true.
And they're so strong. Like, they have
and
to still be strong.
A duck, you punch it well, and it'll probably just waddle away, There
it is.
Would you rather shower in fish tank water or have raisins for fingernails?
The fish tank.
Yeah.
That's for the rest of your life. Shower in fish tank water for the rest of your life, or have raisins for fingernails.
Fish tank.
Yeah, I mean, at least I can still use soap, right? It's just that the water sucks.
Yeah. There's no soap strong enough in the world for that, man.
Damn.
Look at that'll help keep people away, Will.
You gotta wear the gloves for the Cheetos fingers and the raisin nails. It's terrible.
Would you rather have arms for legs or legs for arms? You get a set of 4.
Arms for legs.
Yeah.
Legs for arms.
Arms for legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be. You imagine how good you'd be at drums.
Yeah. Totally.
Just sit on your back.
Oh yeah.
Lay on your back.
Okay.
Arms everywhere.
Desert Island question. You can bring one item, you can listen to one artist, and you can bring one type of food.
One type of food. I'm bringing Spanish food, of course. One item?
Porn.
Porn! TV and porn.
I'd bring my drums. I'd bring.
Hold on, somebody knocking on the door?
Yeah, I'd probably bring my drums and then food. You said food.
Yeah, and you can listen to one artist.
Listen to one artist. Man, I've really been on a Prince trip lately, man. I'll probably bring Prince along with me and shit.
Listen to one artist forever?
Yeah.
Man. Led Zeppelin.
Good choice.
Nice.
I could listen to Led Zeppelin
that's
forever.
pretty good.
Yeah.
They're pretty eclectic. Like, everything they did was a little bit different.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, this one's a little bit rough too, but after that, it's smooth sailing. Okay, so we can replace mother for mother or father in this one. Okay, so would you rather fuck your mother or father in your significant other's body, or fuck your significant other in your mother or father's body?
Okay.
I'd do the versa, like the significant other in my father's body. I mean, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
This is terrible.
Yeah. So either way, you're like fucking your mom.
Yeah. Oh.
This is where I come in and say, you guys can pass.
Can I just be like fingering and then like not look?
Your raisin fingers.
My fingers.
It's all the same. It's all the same in the eyes of God.
Just wash my hands.
The loophole.
All right. You can listen to one artist for the rest of your life, but it has to be Nickelback or ICP.
Hostia.
It's definitely not Nickelback. I'd take
Yeah, we did the ICP thing too.
I'll hang with the Juggalos.
Fight a teenage bear or 3 ostriches that are on cocaine.
I don't know. Can I do some crack and fight the ostriches?
Yeah.
That'd probably be a fair fight.
I'll do a line and fight the ostriches.
You'd all just end up hanging out and doing coke together.
Yeah. It'd be like a hangover.
Have your mom or dad catch you masturbating, or you catch them?
I mean, my mom's caught me, so.
Yeah, I've never been caught.
I was in the bathroom. She's fucking rude Hispanics. Just like, don't knock on the door, just walk in. Caught me like this.
I'm peeing, Mom, I'm peeing.
It's not what you think.
I had an itch.
I had an itch that was scratching for a long, long time. I've been jerking off forever.
You can only hear one song for the rest of your life, and it's Bohemian Rhapsody or Ring of Fire.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody. I heard it
Lot of
today.
change.
Would you rather have your body found on a pile of sex toys or naked pictures of Guy Fieri?
Sex toys.
That was easy.
Yeah.
A 10-inch. Would you rather have a 10-inch belly button that swayed to music or accordions for legs?
Accordion legs can be fun.
Nah, I'm gonna go with the belly button. I could I'll tape that motherfucker down. Seize it.
Music would come on and just be like jerking in your shirt.
All of a sudden, I'm like this. What's Will doing over there in the corner?
Scratching.
He's jerking off. His mom caught him.
No knees or no elbows.
Jesus.
Wow, I need them both. No
feel like-
knees.
You'd just be like walking like Frankenstein.
Yeah, right.
Man, fuck.
I'd probably do no knees.
Yeah, me too, man.
I could probably still jump, and just like jump on my double pedals or something.
I can still do my push-ups.
Yeah.
All right, this
Still
one.
get chops happening.
This one's for Will. Would you rather have no penis or 5 penises?
5. Easy. Come on, man.
I'd rather have 5 penises too.
You know how much masturbating that is? Definitely getting caught. One thing, do they all get hard at the same time? That's terrible.
Those are questions you have to ask your
You're finishing
healthcare
one
provider.
off, the other one's catching blue balls, and you're like, what's going on here?
I guess you could just rubber band them all together.
Like this.
Would you rather cut off one of your fingers or pay $5,000 of your own money to the person you hate most to go on vacation?
I don't hate people, so it's hard.
Definitely not cutting all my fingers off, so fuck it.
Yeah,
I gotta pay $5,000.
yeah, $5,000.
It's gonna hurt. But
Would
You need your face.
Would you rather live forever or die in the next 5 minutes?
I could die in the next 5 minutes.
I never know how to take that question when they answer it that way because I'm like, oh, do they just hate being on this show right now? That they just want to die.
I mean, it's almost 5 in the morning.
Over.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, keep coming, man. I want to live.
Um,
I want to live.
I mean, I want to live too, but I'm happy with my life enough to, if I have to die tomorrow, I'll be all right. I don't think my spirit will linger around and shit and haunt motherfuckers.
Would you rather sweat milk or grow blue cheese's plaque on your teeth?
Ew. I'll sweat milk. Fine.
I mean, yeah, sweat milk. I mean, at least, you got cookies and shit. You can dip them in my sweat.
We need a vegan alternative to that question.
Almond milk, baby.
Sweat almond milk.
Would that even smell bad? What the fuck's almond milk smell like?
It's nothing.
I don't like it. It's sweet.
Vanilla.
Depending on what company, man. There's a few things out there. I make it at home myself. Just some almonds and water. Bingo.
All right, so this one's for Will too, because Gigi doesn't have testicles.
Let's go.
Pop one of your testicles like a grape.
ovaries.
Oh yeah, you can substitute ovary, I suppose. Would you rather pop one of your testicles or ovaries like a grape, or eat a monster turd produced by Gabriel Iglesias with a fork and knife at a slow pace?
What was the first option again?
Pop your testicle like a grape with your bare hands.
Oh, fuck that. I'll eat that.
I'll eat that turd.
Can he sing for me while I'm eating it?
By the most.
Iglesias? I mean, I don't.
Is Gabriel Iglesias the singer? I thought he was the big fat comedian.
Gabriel Iglesias.
I'm thinking the singer.
The comedian is what the hell's his name?
I don't care who it is. I'm eating the shit. Just entertain me while I'm doing it, at least.
Would you rather die on the Titanic or in the World Trade Center?
Oh, god damn it. Titanic.
Yeah. You were there for that, weren't you?
I saw towers. They or furnace.
I remember that you walked home from the Manhattan. This was when we were living together.
We ran most of it because we thought everything was gonna get blown up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't even imagine being there for that. That's kind of crazy as fuck.
It was wild.
Yeah.
If I'm on the Titanic, did I get to see that girl's tits though? Add it to my porn collection.
So,
Only if you draw it.
not to dwell on on like a shitty time for our country, but I remember when I was watching the World Trade Center I was in high school when it happened during like second period or some shit, and we're watching it on TV, and there was all these people on the ground running from all this smoke, like the dust, debris, and shit, and they were like outrunning it, and somebody was standing there filming as all these people were running, and this guy just took the time to, like, he's running, he's booking it, and then he sees the camera, and he's just like, fuck you, and then he just kept running, and as it was happening, like, it was a very serious moment, and it was fucked up, but I could not stop laughing when I saw that guy do that. I was like, he was facing sudden death, and saw a camera, and was like, fuck you, like, me and Matt McCamey, actually, Dylan, both fell out of our chairs laughing so fucking hard that we got sent to ISS because the teacher's like, this is not fucking funny. Like,
oh my god, yeah.
It was crazy.
I remember that. You called us, actually. You were the one who called and told us about that, Will, huh? That was like waking up from a hangover.
These guys were home, and my fiance at the time she was supposed to go to school that day, and I told her, I was like, you can't go to school. And she's like, what do you mean? I have to. I have a class. I was like, it's fucking planes hitting buildings. You can't go to school. Crazy.
So, would you rather drink your mom's breast milk or your dad's urine?
Breast milk.
Yeah, I'm going with the milk. Fuck it.
Trick question.
Milk, man. You were raised on that shit, son.
Yeah, I mean... Actually, no. She didn't breastfeed me. I found out the other day.
That's why you so fucked up.
She said she didn't want her boobs to sag. It's fucked up.
She did a would you rather feed your kid or have your...
I was like, Mom, I could have been taller. Damn it.
All right, and the last would you rather. I'm sure you guys are thankful for that. Would you rather be turned on by men wearing Crocs or fedoras?
Crocs. All about the Crocs.
Let's go with fedora for me.
That's a classy guy.
Either
that or he plays Dungeons and Dragons.
Fedora.
All right, well, is there anything left in the comments right now, Dylan?
Sabrina Diaz has commented a couple times. She says she misses you, Gigi.
Oh, I miss you too, sweetie. Thank you. Much love.
And everybody's asking, where's Ryan?
I tried messaging him. He's kind of like off the grid, man. Like, the only way I know to message him is like Xbox Live.
Did you message him
I
on Xbox
saw a
Live?
picture on Instagram of him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was at my cousin's house for fights.
Yeah. Hello. I was like, yo, tell that nigga I'm looking for him, kid.
Yeah.
He looks fat.
Chris said,
Yeah, he's not Small Wonder anymore.
No, he looks like chubby chunk or something.
Was that it,
Big
Dylan?
one.
yeah, Chris said, I don't miss Will.
Yeah, right.
And Sam said, what's his Instagram?
Whose Instagram? Mine? Or
Ryan's.
I don't even. Does he have
He don't have
Instagram?
no Instagram. He's on somebody else's, on a picture on somebody else's Instagram, Sam. Listen.
I don't think he has one. He had one for a little bit, and then he deleted it. And then he had one, deleted.
Like he does with everything.
Yeah.
All
Like
right,
20
guys.
MySpaces.
That kind of guy.
That wraps it up for us. I want to thank you both very much for coming on the show tonight. I know that Gigi probably wants to get to some sleep. I don't want to keep her up too much later. She's got a tour tomorrow.
It's all good.
Sorry I was late.
Oh, man, it's no problem. I'm stoked that you showed up. Thank you guys
Yeah,
so
me
much.
too.
It's been awesome. So the last, well, actually, there's two questions I want to ask. You guys both kind of answered it already, but see, we do a lot of like giveaways and stuff on the show, and every time that we promote a show by you guys posting, we gain followers that are people who have followed you guys. So we like to try to give back to our fans by doing giveaways, and we try to ask everybody for like if they have any merch laying around or anything that could be sent over for the people. I guess like you could, I mean, it doesn't have to be Johnny Cage stuff because I know it's probably kind of scarce, but if there was anything that you guys would be willing to send, that would be cool. You don't really have to answer me right now or anything, but I will message you guys afterwards.
Yeah, hit me up. I'm pretty sure I got some Tiger Flower stuff.
Dean's probably got some Johnny Cage stuff too.
Right on.
Maybe. Might be able to find some CDs.
That would be
cool.
Fucking spectacular because I know that a lot of people would be really stoked on that.
I gotta hit up Diami if he has those CDs.
He's got a box of shit that he's giving away.
And the last question that I usually ask of the evening is, what has been the most fulfilling moment of your musical career?
Playing the music that we freaking practice so hard for. Yeah, every show was fulfilling, you know. We kicked our ass when we would practice, at least for me, you know.
Oh yeah, we practiced a lot.
Yeah.
Just playing live. Yeah, playing live, man. It doesn't matter if it's a good show or a bad show. It's just fun.
Yeah.
Just hanging out, meeting people.
Yeah.
You know, being on tour and having people like, you know, let you crash at their house and feed you.
Yeah.
It's always
the hospitable people, that don't really know you, that just open up their doors and their hearts for you, you know. It's pretty badass.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for coming on tonight, man. And I'm glad to say that I made 2 new friends tonight. So
yeah, man.
You guys, be easy and good luck with all your future ventures. If you guys have like a band camp or something for your bands, go ahead and tell the people what it is.
Tiger Flowers is just Tiger Flowers at Bandcamp.
So go check that shit out.
Yeah, I've got Nueve Power Trio, Nueve like 9, but in Spanish, Nueve, Nueve, Power Trio at Bandcamp, and it's a 3-piece power trio that an instrumental that I'm working with some of the guys out here. It's kind of like more fusion, experimental kind of stuff. It's pretty cool.
Right on.
All original stuff.
Well, you guys have a good evening and morning or whatever it is over there for you, Gigi.
Yeah, it's almost 5.
I'm gonna go watch Game of Thrones now.
Yo, nigga.
Boys.
Take care of yourself, bitch.
And,
you too, Gigi. I love you.
See you soon, man. Much love always, bro.
Yeah.
And good luck with the child coming soon too.
Thanks, man.
Yay.
Should I come tonight?
You're like, I gotta watch Game of Thrones.
Just give me another hour.
Get excited and her water will pop and shit.
Whatever happened, it was good because my wife was like banging, hitting the couch. She's probably crying. I don't know what the hell's going on over there.
All right. Well, take it easy, guys.
All right. Take care, guys.
Word. Let's get back to normal view here. Oh, okay. That was a good one, Dylan. I was happy with that.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's always a good one.
That he wins the race.
Exactly. Yeah, I can't really see how many viewers we had tonight. It's not loading for me for some reason. I don't know, but check in next week with us, guys. I don't know exactly who's going to be on, but I assure you it's going to be a decent show if we actually book one. So, you have anything else you want to add to the evening?
No.
Nope.
Follow the MySpace Revival if you guys don't already follow it.
Yeah. There's a pretty sick group called MySpace Revival. Check it out. If you like any of the content that we post, it's tenfold in there. It's just nothing but people posting awesome fucking shit. I really dig it. I guess with that being said, you know what I forgot to do, Dylan?
Push record.
Yep. Every goddamn time. But what I've been doing is I'll leave this video up until next Sunday, and then next Sunday, like tonight, I'm gonna post the thumb screw video on YouTube, so that way it collects views on here, and then I'll post last week's video tonight on YouTube, and then so on and so forth. It's been working out for me pretty good.
Gotcha.
But yeah, take it easy, Dylan. I'll talk to you during the week, and fuck if I know what to say right now to sign off. I never know, but whatever. I love you, Dylan, and thank you guys for watching. Have a fucking cool day or something. I don't
Real
know.
smooth. Way to fucking end a good show.
Yeah. Crash and burn. All right. Later, bud.
Hey, who do we got coming on in a couple weeks?
Can't talk about that. We can talk about that in Messenger after this, but we can't talk
You're not
about
off yet?
Huh?
You're not off yet?
What do you mean?
Cancel it.
I don't know what you're talking. Oh, okay. See everybody later.